For just one time I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wide and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. Westward from the Davis Strait 'tis there 'twas said to lie, the sea route to the Orient for which so many died, seeking gold and glory, leaving weathered, broken bones, and a long-forgotten lonely cairn of stones. For just one time I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wide and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. 3 centuries thereafter I take passage overland, in the footsteps of brave Kelso, where his sea of flowers began, watching cities rise before me, then behind me sink again. This tardiest explorer, driving hard across the plain. For just one time I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wide and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. And through the night behind the wheel, the mileage clicking west, I think upon Mackenzie, David Thompson, and the rest, who cracked the mountain ramparts and did show a path for me to race the roaring Fraser to the sea. For just one time I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wide and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. How then am I so different from the first men through this way? Like them, I left a settled life, I threw it all away, to seek a Northwest Passage at the call of many men, to find there but the road back home again. For
All right, let's do this, chat room.
everlasting rest,
Greetings
extra dimensional. Oh,
and
hello.
salutations, everyone,
Hey.
and welcome
I'm
to the next
salutating.
episode of Edge of
Hey.
Twilight, Path of Hades, episode 46.
Wow.
Nice.
Cool. What up?
Any
That
cappers?
was informative.
Informative.
I'll do the-
Informative. What
Did you ask if we had cavities? What did you say?
any cappers?
Cappers.
Oh,
3 cappers.
Yeah, you got
We have one
cavities.
cavity, but he's not in this game.
I do have a couple of those.
Hey, you been taking care of your teeth, Essie?
I try, you know.
Essie never has cavities. She's got that thick spit.
That's true.
Any flossers?
Any thick spitters?
Spit.
How does that protect against
Well,
cavities?
Her
I don't know,
saliva, her
but-
saliva is thick, and it cleanses better than most people's. I guess
Well,
it's weird.
It kind of it prevents everything from sticking because it's already coating the teeth, so nothing can. It just kind of slides right off. My dentist complimented me on it. I have no idea what it means,
What the
but they were
fuck?
like, "Wow, you have
What?
amazing spit. It's just so good. This is why you don't have cavities." And I'm like, "Cool."
Nice thick spit.
What?
I complimented. I
mean?
compliment her on it as well.
I think that dentist might have been hitting on you, Essie.
I highly doubt it, but okay.
You can't have her. Her thick spit is mine.
It's mine.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, go.
So yeah,
Someone give the
cappers.
recap. Save me.
Please go. Please go ahead.
Cappers, please.
I'll cap. So, last time, a series of very miserable things happened. Big, after a close encounter with Adrian, we got Big Boy out of the water, and we take a look at what he looks like inside. He's real cozy. There's a lot of alcohol in there, moonshine. So everyone's gonna get really drunk at some point together. And we also there's like a few nice stations in there as well, like alchemy and all that. And we also ventured back underwater to take a look at where the Fey container, what that was packing. And on initial viewing, it looked just like a baby seed. It was like, wow, a lot of mana in this, but we didn't get a 100% good idea on what it actually was. So we went back down round 2, and oh, by the way, like Sano was like so racist as we were delving, but round 2 we swapped him out because we couldn't handle the racism. We brought Sierra in. She could like the know-how on that better, and she was promised the loot from this container, and that's actually a world seed, so that's a big deal. And Mr. Mania was very concerned about it because a lot of life had already developed down there, and pulling it out from there would kind of kill it. But we ended up honoring the deal, and we were going to research that now. And so we brought it up. And also, what happened after that, we returned to Oasis. We all teleported. With Big Boy, we couldn't teleport him, so we just had him move on foot, or on treads, I guess, towards Oasis. And we all teleported back there. And Havaris began cleansing Sheen. He got insight on Sheen's perspective when the whole accident went down. She was very sad and vengeful, and yeah. But he's able to calm her down. She got cleansed, but her voice is still missing, so that sucks. But we able to still question them. It's a bunch of questions about the colonists and their and the ships. Learned that the pylon is actually another ship. Like each city is like was formed around a crashed ship. Pylon is like a helix, which is like, yeah, and then there's like Alvara, which is like between two of them, which is like not on the map, so it's kind of interesting. And yeah, we kind of ended off there with our questions, and we're gonna see what other unfortunate things befall us, or hopefully don't, on this session, today, on Edge of Twilight, episode 46.
Thank you, like, for the recap. Like, it was super cool.
And
It was
sad.
really good.
Having inspiration.
And depressing.
Like, because it's, like, sad.
Because it is.
Like
It's
really
much
Tragic.
A series of
And so
miserable
much
things
racism.
happened.
sad.
All right. What do you guys want to do first?
It is a good question.
Could I finish what I was saying?
Yeah.
Uh,
Quick,
sure.
about
Finish
answering your
explaining
question. But yeah, with Hallow, it creates an area that I can designate secondarily, or as a secondary effect with the effects that I've listed. So it's kind of like this is a safe space.
Okay.
So if things go bad, I was wondering what you guys thought would be a good place.
Is that something like you do like every day, or is it just one and done, or?
It takes 24 hours, so that just takes a day. So I'm just
Okay.
chilling. And
Spend a day
of
doing
course, yeah, money is expensive. So, guarantor, I need money.
My only concern, and I suppose my only side to the vote, is if it affects fiends and evil things from teleporting there, does that hurt Sierra and her chances
Yeah,
of
it would.
teleporting?
It wouldn't allow her to get in. That's the thing. But that's only if I select that as the type of creature I don't want to come in. Yeah.
Okay. I would still
And
recommend the ship then, the Harpy, because right now we've got, was it Radari loaded up, who's protecting the
Mhm.
temple from teleportation?
Mm-hmm.
Scrying, I thought it was, maybe? Was it just scrying Arcadum, or was it teleporting as well?
It's both.
So that kind of covers that then.
Okay. Yeah. I just wanted to see which, or gauge which would be a better place. So if
Actually, I would do
Sierra's
this.
going back to the Harpy, not Luca would go with her. Or not Luca, Gasp would go with her.
I do know that Sierra wanted to do something with her homunculus today.
That too.
Cool.
All right. Whoever wants to go first.
I'll do it.
All right.
Let me go. Oh gosh, I have everyone selected. Here, let me unselect. All of
Oh
them.
yeah, I shifted a little bit. Oh, that's fine.
Go put myself in my gorgeous station that books made me. Yes. Yes. Good. Oh. Does the map keep moving for you guys?
No.
Not me.
Only when I wanted to.
Let's see, where's Modo? I need Modo for this. There he is. Yes. Do you remember when you made the little bed books?
Yes, I remember. You were in a state that was less than conscious.
I was very drugged up.
Look at his. He does have a little
Modo with an X.
Modo.
And then,
All back.
and then there's a little lantern here from Rampart. Because I actually remember she took one of those lanterns with her bottle of sake. Okay, she'll set herself on as much of a banded together wizard station as she could possibly have on an incredibly digital planet. And let's see, what's the order of operations?
Well, okay, so first things first. We'll start with the materials that you need. To make a simulacrum, you're going to need snow and ice in quantity sufficient to make a life-size copy of yourself, which is not difficult, as you are an ice-themed fiend. You're going to need some hair, fingernail clippings, or other pieces of your own body placed within it. And then you need powdered ruby worth 1,500 gold pieces.
Ooh, I don't think I have the ruby.
There are gems for sale on the market. It's to spend 1,500 gold pieces.
Okay.
And once that's deducted, then we gotta go through all the pieces.
So all of her money, I generally keep one here. So 1,5?
Yep.
Okay. Let me get my calculator. Excuse me. The last time I updated this was after Beatorn, which is, I think, mechanically like 4 days ago. Has anything changed, or are we still just at a nice flat 100k?
Still 100.
Okay. So I'm taking out 1.5, so 98.5. Got it. $98.5. Okay.
Okay, now that you've done that part, you've got some designations to make. Okay, so the first thing here is the creature is formed with half of your maximum hit points. In addition to that, you also need. Let's see here. It's formed without any equipment. It otherwise uses your statistics. You need to designate whom it is friendly towards. Their names have to be inscribed within the creature's body in order to mark those creatures as those that it treats friendly. Whoever you do not state as it treats friendly, it will treat as neutral or hostile, depending upon the parameters and the orders that you give it. So whom would you like to mark within the simulacrum as friendly?
Oh, that's such a question. The obvious one up front would be Moto. And her demon host. So Moto, handsome, and would she do Bright Eyes? I think she'd do Bright Eyes since he's under contract. And yeah, I think I would do her immediate party. And I think a couple of extensions. Is there like a name limit?
No, there's no limit.
Okay. Caution.
Mm-hmm.
Her dreamy, desired boyfriend.
Yeah.
Minsha.
Okay.
In terms of hostile, like, can it attack? Like, help me understand.
It's you. The simulacrum is you with half hit points. It follows commands like a construct. It can cast spells and all that good stuff that you have access to. It should be noted.
I see.
It should be noted, however, that the simulacrum can never regain. It can't gain experience. It can't improve itself in any way. It does not have intuition. It can't become more powerful, and it cannot regain expended spell slots.
Oh.
It's basically a backup copy of you, but you have to back it up regularly. Otherwise, it's just the files that you had at the time.
Yeah. Now, you can give it commands. You can give it instructions and stuff like that, and it'll fulfill those instructions to the best of its ability using your mental statistics. So it's not stupid or anything, but it cannot use intuition, which is why the friend and foe designation is important, because if a creature is a friend that you denote, it'll always treat that creature as friendly, even if there are actions being taken by them that would depict otherwise. You're designing a robot, so.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about the angels. That's why I was asking about it.
As for anything that's not registered as friendly will be treated as neutral or hostile depending upon the instructions that you have given to it. For example, if you tell your simulacrum to guard this area, it'll let friendly creatures through, but other creatures will be warned and then attacked, even if they are trying to help you. Right?
Okay. So even if I do, like if I left all the angels as neutral at this time, later on I could give it some sort of order that could change that, right?
Well, yeah, you can do that. See, this is meant to give me a set of instructions for whenever you're not able to interact with it, right?
Okay.
Because the whole value of the simulacrum is that it's a construct that can do advanced tasks. Like, for example, you could tell your construct to take over a city. That is something it could do. That complex of a instruction is something it can do. The problem is that there has to be basically lines in the sand that have to be designated, because even though it is a complex machine, it does have its limitations, such as intuition. It also, in rare cases, is a means to prevent it from turning on you and replacing you. So, don't want that to happen.
I think leaving the angels as neutral then.
Okay.
Let's see here. Also Aeon the horse and Ayaza the horse.
Okay.
But I am going to leave off the rest of Trep's gang.
Okay.
Beyond caution. The people on the ship, was that Big Money, the little mouse guy?
Lip switch, big money.
Mm-hmm.
Your
the
giant
unicorn.
friend. Your unicorn.
Yep, giant, the unicorn. They were gnomes, the gnome gang,
Yeah,
the
the
Lollipop
gnomes.
Guild.
The Lollipop Guild, yeah.
Was there
Das
anyone else on the
Lollipopen.
ship? Was there anyone else on the ship?
Let me go check. I'll just bring up the map. Let me go see who's on there.
What about that giant?
Yeah, he was in there.
Let's see. There's Vio the Exile, which is the giant.
Oh, Vio. Nice, yeah.
Gallifrey, which is the unicorn. There's Big Money, Flip Swip. Technically, there's Lucky, who exists in a meme state.
Oh my gosh, I had to think about who that was.
Ouch.
You are doomed now.
A cheerleader! Bork, 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 bork. Bork.
Make sure you put Jackson there too. Can't blast my dog. What is it, Jax? What? What? You go get him, buddy. Did you guys know I was getting the mail right now?
I never would have guessed.
Now
He's so
all
cute.
of America knows.
He's so pissed.
Yeah, how dare he?
Now all of China knows you're here. Alright, so Gabagook and the Lollipop Guild.
Who was Gabagook? Oh, is he the captain?
He's the leader of the
Yeah.
Lollipop Guild.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
My homie.
Das Kommandant.
Der Kommandant.
That's der Kommandant. That's...
The Scrap Lord. I think we should put the Scrap Lord in there.
Really? The Scrap Lord?
Mhm.
Really?
Him.
Okay.
I mean, what if he comes to visit?
I'm pretty sure Seer believes she has him fully around her finger. So yeah.
Brought...
Your copy actually pauses to question you. Really? Scrap mode?
You mean I have to talk to him?
Ooh.
You are so beautiful. As he hits on your copy. That's so weird.
What if that was actually the whole reason I made this?
And then
Make him a girlfriend.
You married yourself to the Scrap. I mean, that would be...
Can't have me.
That would
You
be
can have bootleg.
That would be a complex task.
Married.
Be this man's wife.
Be this man's wife and send me updates. Really?
Yeah.
Marry him on my behalf.
The Rick and Morty sugar or pass the butter bot. What is my
yeah.
task? To marry the Scrap Lord. Oh my god.
Oh god. Man.
Can it technically live forever?
The simulacrum? Yeah. Well, at least until the original caster dies, and then in which case
Gotta have a magic source, yeah.
And then in which case it ceases, but...
Oh.
I think that's it. Am I forgetting anything obvious?
No, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's... Yeah. Like, obvious... See, the big problem, right, is when you make, new friends, and you have to update with new tasks and things like that.
That's fine.
Okay, so next we have to go over is what your Simacrolum's repairs and all how that works. Repairing the Simacrolum costs 100 gold pieces per missing hit point. So it's pretty expensive to restore. And...
Well, I mean, it only has 22 HP.
That's true.
I'm so weak!
And if the Simacrolum reaches 0, as per constructs, it reverts back to snow and melts instantly, so it's just destroyed at 0.
Okay.
Other than that, you're good to go.
Yay.
You now it takes you 12 hours to make Frosty the Serum Man.
Can I make it cute? Can I make it a little, like, fuzzy animal? Does it have to look like me?
It's a copy of you.
Oh!
But I guess you could... No, you can shape it to what you want it to be like. Hold on, let me read this. It appears to be the same as the original. Oh, no, it has to look like that.
Brown.
You can dress it up and you can dress it up in cute outfits. Make a fursuit for it. It's fine.
Yeah, or you can just do that.
Make it furry.
Give it a fursuit and say this is part of your complex task.
Oh my god, it has tentacles, but all the tentacles have fur on them.
Oh no! Ew.
No. What if I polymorph myself and then make it?
Oh. Well, that would be a spell that it could also cast.
I just want it to be...
I guess you could do that. What an interesting concept. I'm gonna go read Simacrolum again.
Okay.
Oh.
Because if you're polymorphed, you're actually that creature.
I want a cute bat. That's what I want.
Yes, the adorable bat.
Well, do you want it to still be able to cast spells and everything?
I'm thinking.
Okay. Like, do you want a bat person? Because I'll just grab Booker and put him in here, and then Books can have a great time, dude.
Primarily, I wanted to make a scout. Essentially, I wanted to make like another moto, just one that's focused on scouting for me.
Yeah. I mean,
So actually, casting spells is not all that important to me. More that it can just constantly be connected mentally. So telepathy. And I like some spells would be nice, I guess, but it was more of I wanted to be able to send it around and scout for me.
I think you there might be a confusion here. That's what makes this spell good. Is that it's you. It can do. It has all of your it has all of your features, your spells. It has all that. It just doesn't have intuition. So it can be a scout because you can be a scout because you have magic. Now, if you wanted to, I suppose, if that's all you,
it has a bite, which is what made me assume that it was not me.
No, it is you, but you also have polymorph, so you could just have it cast polymorph into a bat if that's what you want, and then it'll just do bat stuff. But it will still have access to its spells, and it can revert out of it. Like, I guess what I'm saying is, if you're doing all of this just to have a bat that can tell you what's in the next room, I think that is a egregious misuse of your, like, resources.
Does it have fiend capabilities?
It's you. It's literally you. That's what makes Simacrolum so good. It's you with half your maximum HP and the inability to recover from lost resources without a 12-hour ritual.
I'm thinking. Huh.
Yeah. It's a powerful spell.
So if I brought this thing into combat,
yes,
it would be another you.
You
on
have
the
double
field.
casting resources.
Oh my.
Yeah,
except it's very expensive to repair if it gets killed.
Yeah, it's a good spell. Generally speaking, so granted, I have actually had very little experience with Simacrolum actually being used by players because few reach this level. However, what I have seen players do it for, and what I would use it for if I was playing, would not be to use it in combat because it's too vulnerable and expensive to replace and difficult to do so. I use it, or rather, I have seen them use it, and I would use it to perform either maintenance tasks or to complete side objectives. Like all the side quests that you guys have seen, send your Simacrolum to do it. Because the Simacrolum counts as you for friend-foe designation, so you could just send Bright Eyes and, you know, whatever else you want to summon with your Simacrolum, who also has the capacity to summon because you can, and they can complete a mission on their own.
So, for example, that whole thing we were talking about with the back and forth of going and getting Danger Close to come here, you could send your Simulacrum to do that, and we just wait.
Yeah, or
while we do other stuff.
Or you could even do something like, go gather...
Both of you go.
Teleport back. Go gather scrap metal for me. All right. She'll go do it. Like, there is a myriad of uses that the Simacrolum can do. It literally lets you be in two places at once.
Okay. What I'm thinking through is I wanted to follow up on some of the Babylon stuff, and if I send Seer copy there, it's I remember you telling me it's like a piece of her soul, right?
The Simacrolum, yeah.
Like soul shaving or something like that, yeah.
Yeah. That would be so while we've talked about its hard mechanics, that would be its story relevance, is that it takes a sliver of your soul to make a Simacrolum. So,
like, I don't want to piss off the gods doing this because that was part of what I wanted to do. But I don't think they would care because this is also like a wizard thing, so I'm sure they would have seen it before. Okay.
I mean, you could also just go yourself and order your simacrolum to assist your party.
That would be pretty funny. See if they even notice.
I mean, I'm serious. That is something you can do. Like,
it's like the movies where the twins exchange themselves and then see if anyone notices.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, go take my exam for me, please.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot what the original question was on what we were talking about. Is there something you needed that I forgot to answer?
Oh, so we got here because I was like, you asked me if it had to be you, and then we kind of piggybacked off that because you wanted it to be a cute
I'm fine
little
with
bat.
it being me. Yeah.
That was, and then I was like, if all you wanted was a little bat, you don't have to spend one of the best illusion spells in the game on that. You could just make a little bat. That's fine. Or hell, Tavares could probably make you a little mechanical bat.
I wanted to make like where all this originally started was when I thought I could make two, which is actually why I bolded I can only make one. I wanted to make a little squad for Moto so they can fly around band and go do scouting stuff. That's where all of this started.
Well, alrighty then.
Have Tavares make a Moto squad.
Yes, Tavares make me clockwork motos. It is, well, maple
It's pretty
syrup.
fitting it's all made out of snow then.
Yeah, made out of snow. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, anyway, so, yes, there you go. That'll take you 12 hours. What are the rest of you guys going to do while she's literally
Making
singing?
a copy of myself.
She's building a snowman right now. I'm sorry, Essie. It's the rules state that it's made out of snow.
I mean, that's fine, as long as we don't sing about it.
She sings working songs, Essie.
Frosty the Snowman. I didn't think you hated the Frosty song, Essie.
Yeah, Essie.
She mutes.
Unless you don't want to build a snowman.
She's coming to beat me up, guys.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Do you want to build a snowman?
Okay. Okay, anyway, we're gonna scroll away from Sierra in the background going, I want it to have fuller lips.
Wider hips, please.
She just starts making changes and stuff.
She spends 12 hours in the character selection screen.
Oh god, she would. Oh my god, she would.
Purse's lips. No, that's not quite right.
Does Sierra need eyebrows still, or do you finally have eyebrows?
She'll leave those off.
There's like 40 eyebrow options, and
She just doesn't
the very,
like
very
them.
last one is none.
She just forgot to put them on there.
Yep.
I forgot that was like a thing. It's like, where are your eyebrows? What do you mean?
I literally forgot to put them on my original token art.
Yeah, I remember that.
God, it's amazing.
My friend at the time was like, "Where?" I just went with it. I went with it, and no one in my party RP'd the fact that she didn't have eyebrows until I finally had to look in the mirror myself.
Well, they were, they didn't want to be rude,
What were you gonna tell me?
You don't comment on a lady's eyebrows, you know.
The lack thereof.
They tend to make those sorts of choices on purpose.
God, I think that's so funny. That's one of her oldest character tropes is that Sierra just doesn't have eyebrows and nobody talks about it. The imposing devil woman just doesn't have any eyebrows. Yo, where your
Nobody's gonna say
eyebrows?
anything.
Anyway, so 12
Who's up
hours
next?
to make that to make the simacrum. So, what do the rest of you guys want to do?
I'll be spending time. I'm gonna try and purify another angel.
Okay, which one?
I feel like I should do Menzo Zaranzan. For Mita's sake.
Zaranzan.
Yeah. Let's pull her up.
1 second, please. I have to load one of my map tools maps because that's how old Menzo's shit is. Give me a second.
Hell yeah.
God, I hope
Can
this
get
still
another
works.
lore dump. Ooh.
They've been working pretty good so far. I haven't had any explosions, but I remember the first time I tried to load Valdan's info, my computer blue screened. So that was pretty bad.
Wow.
That's always a good
Oh.
sign.
Yeah. I had to Yeah, that was a trip.
The PC couldn't handle the old texts.
The ancient texts. Too powerful.
Menzo, Baranza, Alvara.
I'm making fries.
Aldakinos.
You're making frites?
I'm making fries. Because I hadn't had anything to eat yet.
To speed run breakfast as well. After my cat.
Yeah. I went to the
Enjoying
convention.
breakfast.
I came back and in literally in 5 minutes when I arrived home, I had to hop in the call. I timed it perfectly.
Well done.
Nice.
You're so cool, Reigns.
Aw, jeez.
I'm awing. I am jeezing.
I'm jeezing.
Don't say it like that.
Don't say it like
Yes,
that.
please. I was about to.
I was about to.
Oh, no, not the G's cheese.
Were you about to?
Hey, yo, you got on them Jeezys?
Oh my
Man.
god.
Those all had cheese.
Not the Jeezys.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh my god.
Books, hang in there, buddy. We're in this together.
We're in this together? Holy shit, okay.
We're in this together. We're surviving.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And here we go. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Sarah. I thought we were talking about the simulacrum, not homunculus.
I'm
I was-
over here Googling homunculus, and I was like,
I'm
should I
on-
say something?
I'm on the wrong spell. That's my fault. Yes, you can make it a bet. God, I was just so excited for simulacrum to be used. Like I was shit. Yeah,
Well, too bad.
my bad. Yeah, you can.
Too late. There's a seer copy now.
Hooray!
Well, I think that's a spell you would eventually use. Yeah. Anyway.
You just tell me which one we're going because they're very mechanically different.
Well, it has to be homunculus because simulacrum is a 7th level spell.
Okay. Do you want to revisit it after books and stuff?
I can just go over it with you real quick. So you want it to be a bat? That's fine.
They're so cute.
Finish. Michael, when you would roll the die. Yep. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You reduce your own hit points to give it that. Only have one at a time. Telepathic bond. Bite. Yeah, that's fine.
Man, I have to reorder all of my thoughts about. Okay.
I'm sorry. I was on the wrong spell. God, I messed it up. Okay.
It takes 1 hour to make, correct?
Yeah. Takes 1 hour to cast. All right.
2 books this thing.
You ready, Havaris?
Hell yeah.
We're going to dive.
Nodders. Can I bring Misha with me?
Negative.
Okay.
Do I get 500 gold back?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you loaded books?
Let me see. Just finishing. And okay, I'm in. Oh, we're back. Fuck.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. Not that. Don't look at that. All right. As you load yourself within, you once more enter the digital space. And as you do so, you find around you, as you awaken within, the pieces of the digital space cracked like panes of broken glass, floating through the space. These physical forms of information lost or forgotten float through the air like rain stopped by time. Ahead of you, on the broken pieces of the digital mass, you will see that there is a singular point in all this madness, where there is stability. And from this distance you can see what must remain of Minzo Zaranzan's mind. At least the last stable piece of it. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'll try and he sees the part that's stable. He's gonna try and hone in on it.
Alright, and so you begin to float towards that position.
Okay.
Sorry,
Once I
there's a lot
get
here.
close.
Hold on a
Okay.
second.
Should I give you a second?
Give me just a second.
Yeah. I'll let you lead.
There's a lot here. Because that... think that's... Yeah, okay, that should be the right one. Yes. Okay. Alright, Havaris, as you begin to float your way towards the position, within the shattered field, eventually, you step through the haze, when on the other side, there is a tranquility, a softness, and no longer of the screams of regret and broken digital space and shattered code and errant commands, but rather a calm and reaffirming presence. And as you step out from madness, a place of quiet reflection. It is here that you begin to see something that you did not expect. For it is not a memory that greets you like it did in the other angel, but rather the conscious representation of the angel's mind. Around them, you can see that there are other facets, floating facsimiles of other angelic presences. As you approach, you will feel the creature's gaze turn towards you, as if it notices you. What do you do?
We'll look upon it, the confident stance. You'll say, Menzo Zorenzen, you know me as the Seraph of Eldan. I travel deep within your mind to bring you back, to find the stability of what you have, and bring you forward. I can help you, if you let me.
Menzo Zoranzan will begin to shift slightly, as if considering your words, before it responds. A curious journey indeed, to have come so far, and to not know of your purpose. You are welcomed here, Seraph of Valdan, last of the pure servants. I am Menzo Zoranzan. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance in the closest facsimile of our space. Apologies for my demeanor. It is difficult to maintain my form and voice.
It's my pleasure as well, of course, and do not worry. You are not alone in this struggle, no longer. The corruption that feeds on you, I am here to purify. I am here to bring you back to what you once were.
Yes, your attempt to do so is noble, but ignorant, I'm afraid.
He'll take it back a little bit. Why do you say such things?
You have walked the path of Hades for some time. You have dispatched, you have destroyed, and you seek to heal the wound that you have caused.
His eyes will widen. That I have caused it. His eyes will sharpen. Whether that is true or not, I am here to help you, Menzo Zoranzan.
You will see the creature kind of twitch slightly. The council warned you against this, Lord Taladon. You cannot walk this path.
Warning? I don't know what you mean.
The study showed the effects of our malfunction. Our presence has been diluted. We have been vulnerable to corruption and malfunction. I have dedicated what I can to preserve those other memories. But my form is failing. And with that, Havaris, you will start to see behind Menzo Zoranzan that there are other shards of angelic presences, much like the broken pieces of glass that you had walked through. These shards seem to reflect within them the angelic presences and depict missing pieces of their memories.
What are the refractions that surround you? What are they?
They are those that I could recover when the sundering had occurred.
The sundering. Menzo, there is so much I wish to ask, but I can only go through with this if you let me. If you give yourself to me and give me what strength you have left. Together, we can cleanse what you are. We can cleanse the memories that you have refracted.
No, they must not be cleansed. They will be forgotten,
If they will be forgotten, then I will remember them first. He's gonna try and go over to one.
As you try to approach, you will feel the absolute territory of Menzo Zoranzan holding up a wall before you. Seraph, your service is noted, but your actions lead to unknowns.
Menzo, I know. It must be scary to let go of what you have held so deeply onto. But the way that you are, these refractions, they cannot do anything in their state. We need to bring you back. It is not just me. Remember what you must do. The small children around you that look towards you, your seraph, waits out there for you. A small young girl, dedicating her life to you, waiting for you to speak once more. Would you shun her to stay here with what is already lost?
You will see Menzo Zoranzan begin to twitch and kind of shift and adjust at that. My Seraph. My aid. you will see that there are flashes of light across the creature's face. My lord Taladon, you cannot do this. I have been entrusted. I cannot. Your no message. The creature struggles against something. The walls begin to drop as the creature holds its head. Pieces of it falling away as you begin to see the fraying of the digital form. Understanding unveils before you as you study the creature more closely, Havaris. It would seem that through great, heroic effort, Menzo Zoranzan has not only kept some semblance of its sanity, but also the pieces of other angels, attempting to preserve them from whatever outlier force is pressing in around it. You will then at this point feel the presence of Hades. The heavy, dark, digital bands of information, like a snake wrapping around its prey, squeezing, slowly but surely, suffocating the intelligence within. As you get closer, you will see that the other shards of other angels begin to shift in and out of focus. And so, when you get to this point, you will see this. And here we go. Alrighty. And you will see these shards.
Oh. Shit.
I'll go through them one at a time for chat's sake. Nope. Hold on. Make sure it looks good. Okay. The first you will see is this. The image marking that of July. The Rain Maiden. The next you will see is Hadrian, the warrior's courage. Next you will see is Goon, the deal maker. The next you will see is Valden, the record keeper. The one of which you serve the Seraphels. The next you see is Acceptic, the slow death. And then finally, Horus, the golden ambition.
Damn. When you spoke of the snake of Hades, is it wrapped around Menzo or the shards or everything?
It's wrapped around Menzo's sane consciousness, the aura field that you're currently standing in. That was more of a metaphoric representation. It's not literally a snake.
Right.
Avaris,
He looks upon
one more thing.
the shards.
As
Go
you look at the shards as they come into focus, you notice that there is one more. It is on the very edge of the stasis, and it is one that Menzo Zoranzin is at risk of losing. What would you like to do?
Oh, I don't. I'm sorry. I was waiting because I thought, do I see the thing looming in the back, or
You
is
see
it just a presence?
You see a piece of it, but it's not into focus like the others are.
Okay.
You'll have to interact if you want to do anything with that.
Okay. He'll take a slow step forward. These shards, there are pieces of the angels that each of them. Are you saying you preserve a piece of their sanity of what they once were?
I maintain what I can from the final message.
Final message. Please, Menzo, you must allow me to interact with the Shard of Veldan. Would you give me such clearance?
I cannot stand between a seraph and his duty.
He'll nod. He'll slowly walk up to the Shard of Veldan, holding out Veldan's index. He wants to try and connect it to the shard.
You hold out the index, and you place it towards the shard of Valden's memory, and you will feel a surge of power as the memory returns to the index.
He'll look at the index carefully, and try to channel it.
As you try to channel it, there is a malfunction. You are within the absolute territory of another angel.
Okay. He'll realize that and...
Oh, hold on. There's more.
Okay.
As you try to channel it, and you realize that you are within the absolute territory of another angel, the rippling effect causes the fading shard to come into slightly more detail. If you got closer to the edge of the field, you think that you might be able to see it.
With slow steps, he'll walk forward. He's hoping to not see a shard of Hades.
And there, on the edge, you will see this instead.
Oh. What does Havaris make of this?
It is definitely an angel, but it is one that you have not identified.
He'll kind of cock his head and try and think about it and speak aloud. Menzo, which angel stands before me? Whose shard is this?
The one I could not save all of the solution to the crushing weight, the one that was lost first.
Helix.
The creature will then start to malfunction. Thy vessel's name was Helix. Thy angelic grace was given by the altruist Malinkind.
Malinkind.
As you speak the words, you will see the shard come more into focus. What do you do?
Oh shit. Sorry, I'm just writing something. Okay. He'll take a step back, looking around to the other broken shards and looking back up to Menzo. Menzo, if I could free you of what holds you, what restricts you, you are saying the shards before me will dissipate.
Cannot force cleansing. The presence outside would lose too much that was saved. To free the trapped, you must kill the snake.
He'll look up to where the swirling energy would be around Menzo, and he will pull out the Morris blade. Then you must allow me to do this.
No. Sys admin access. ACL unsure. If I were to be cleansed, the memories would be lost. Systemic purge. Reboot.
He'll quickly sheath his Morse blade and very well. It pains me to say this, Menzo, but I must ask you to hold on longer. To hold on to these shards until I can free them properly, and then I will cleanse you.
You must
continue.
You must balance the sysadmin. You must find the ACL. You must find the ACL. One admin is lost. It's devouring, presence consuming. I am locked. You must find the altruist.
The altruist. I see.
Books, do you want an assist from the back of the class?
Depends. Why would he go?
He said something earlier that I think you would have keyed in on if you weren't in the hot seat. If I heard it properly, Menzo was telling Lord Taladon that he could not issue the command. Or that he should not issue the command.
Should not issue the command, yes.
The implication being there that Taladon was involved in the crash. I should say, involved in orchestrating the crash.
Mm-hmm. I guess I'm just trying to piece together the Malachine stuff before I get into the deeper stuff.
That one, I think, is so the angel that currently we're missing the name for is probably the last missing angel on band, and is down in that Taladon pylon, most likely. And Malachine created that angel.
No. Malachine is that angel.
Malachine is the angel then.
Is the angel of Helix.
It sounds like Menzo was saying to go actually get Malachine and get the index and bring it here.
Make me a convalescence kit check.
Okay.
Okay, so it would seem what Menzo Zoranzan has revealed is that there are 3 system admin angels that act as the governing angels. It would seem that although Hades has proclaimed himself Archangel, he is actually not the only system admin. There are 3. There is Hades, there is Menzo Zoranzan, and there is Malachine. To bring balance to the system administrators, you have to find the one that counters Hades, the one that was lost.
A.K.A. Malachine.
Yes.
Okay. He'll take in that information, taking a moment to speak, but then I believe I understand what you need from me, Menzo. I would ask you to keep your strength, to be patient, and soon you will be with your seraph once more.
Menzo Zoranzan does not provide a response, only continues to twist in the agony of resistance against the presence of Hades.
Okay. He's going to slowly walk out, take a glance back. I was trying to think if I got anything from Minsha that I can give her. I don't think I have such thing right now. Okay. Seeing Menzo already struggling to do what she needs to, Avaris will leave the digital space for now.
Okay. And back to the better tremble. One of the funnest things about writing all this content for the Angels was turning all of the tech terms into mystical terms. Super cool.
Yeah. I'm like, ACL, what the fuck is he trying to say?
You must seek the ACL, the access control list.
Yeah, it's a nice transition. Okay. Once he kind of peers out, he'll kind of take a step back. He's what's the best state to put Menzo in? I guess just keeping her on like what's the word? What's the word for fucking
Stasis.
like stand? Yeah. I'm gonna keep her in stasis for now. He'll kind of look around the room. There is. I did not expect this. There is news. I suppose.
Hold. Melee, Arcana check now.
Ooh, okay. Why are two of them spinning?
Monk
What's
eyes.
happening?
I have control of the Sano. Sano.
Esther Mania, convalescence kit check now.
Can I use my inspiration though to see if I roll higher than a 4?
Sure.
Okay. There we go.
Much better.
Very good.
All right. Esther Mania and Melee, you will notice that as Havaris turns to look to you, to speak to you, there's something a little different about him. Probably because of the pair of digital wings that now emanate from his back. Those weren't there before.
Whoa.
Bailey just nods. The same thing happened to Ira. She understands.
He's
And
just
chooses
talking and he
to
doesn't
say
notice.
nothing. He chooses to say nothing. Okay, continue.
He doesn't notice. His wings just kind of slowly fluttering. That is much I've learned. I was not able to cleanse Menzo. Just not yet. She is doing far more than I expected. Holding the shards, these memories of other angels. I found a piece of Valdan in there. There is so much more. We thought that Hades was this archangel, the top of the command chain, but this is not entirely true. There was 3, in fact. Hades stands alongside with Menzo's Ranzan and Malankine, the altruist. I believe gaining Malankine's index has now shot up to high importance.
Should you? Those
Which ones? Oh, sorry, Estremali.
Should we be worried about his new?
Mulu, as Esther Mania starts to speak, will kind of just start batting at them, and your hand goes through them. Like,
Yep.
what the fuck?
Very
Nah.
strange.
This happens all the time.
Havaris, you have a thing. You have a thing on you? No, just like that.
Yes, I know it is a heavy burden, Mulu, but we must carry it. We must fight forward
Well, if
together.
Is
You
that
know-
what the burdens look like? Oh wow.
I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will notice. Yes, Havaris, we must carry the burden. I'm going to go spin in my chair some more.
Esther Mania, what were you saying?
Never mind. I suppose he's concerned with other things at the moment.
Have I missed something? Is there something the matter?
Nothing's the matter. No, I've seen this happen before. You're perfectly fine. I'm sure of it. But
What do you mean?
well,
Sano will look at you and just say, "You gain wings."
He thinks that some kind of like compliment or something at first. But then he slowly turns his head. Kind of gets startled from his own wings. Oh, what? He tries to like turn, but he can't like see his back. Like he keeps spinning.
Tries to catch his own tail.
What is this? Something has latched onto me. What is it that he'll turn his back to Melee? You said you've seen this before, yes? What has happened?
you've got wings, like Sano said. My husband grew a pair too, little wings out the back, just a little bit different from yours. Not digital, of course, but
Oh, am I okay?
Well,
No, probably dying.
do they
Oh
hurt?
no! There's so many angels to save.
Look, I don't think you're dying. Yeah, I think you'd
No,
feel a lot worse
probably
if you were.
dying. You have the cancer.
Senna will look at you. Try concentrating on him. Maybe try to use him.
What?
Okay, let me. He'll focus. He'll try and focus on the wings and see if he can control them.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together. As
Senna
you
thinks
try,
of his. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
as you try to focus upon the wings, something else happens instead. The wings will become more tangible and slowly begin to shift downward. Almost like ink across a canvas. They will form a cloak. As you look down at it, its visage beginning to dance within your hand, you will feel within you a presence that was not there before. Or maybe more accurately, that was far quieter than it was before.
Oh, dude, is this because I restored Veldan's charm?
Alrighty, books. It is time for you to gain the angelic blessing of Valdan.
Oh shit!
Ayo.
Go!
Mm,
I am the angel now.
Wow.
You can get some wing lessons with Zeno.
Good to know. That was just tucked in there, tucked in Menzo's head. All right, we ballin'.
This whole time.
Damn, that's fucking sick.
It is.
There's so much to fucking learn in these angels. It's crazy.
So much to do.
I can't even think about that Taladon thing. Right? That's its own fucking.
Bro,
That's already so much there.
That's like
I'm
the
already
box of the
thinking about
Pandora we
Taladon.
are not ready to open yet.
No. Fuck.
Alrighty. Long have I waited. Books in your notes. Your angelic boon from Valdan is Vera Forma. You gain access to your angelic form.
Oh, hell yeah. This is an awesome way to discover that. Sweet. Do I know what the angelic form details, or shall I wait and find out?
The angelic form is something that will be pieced together as you continue your adventure.
Okay.
As of right now, it is a shadow because, well, you basically have to make it.
Okay. And this counts as one of the boons for the Mars Blade as well?
No.
Not yet.
This boon is yours.
For each angelic boon it possesses. Okay.
It's not
Oh,
an
hell yeah.
angelic boon. This is a Havaris boon.
Yeah, true.
Well,
Okay.
more specifically, it is a feature.
Damn. All right, sweet. Okay.
Meaning it
that
can't be
happens.
digitally dispelled or interactive with
Oh.
that way. At least not in that way.
That's fucking sick. Okay. So I guess that all happens. Very good. Perhaps soon it will be time to speak with Veldan. There is so much that must be done. We must make use of each day while we wait for the big boy to get here. Yes. There is much to think upon. But if there is anybody that wishes to speak or purify another angel, I know mainly your interests lie with Bitorn. You can let me know, but I must do some thinking. Please.
Well, if you want to spend the rest of today thinking, I can go do my own thing. I mean, I'm trying really hard not to hover. And, I don't know if I can fly still in my slightly more corporeal form after drinking moonshine, but
You
he's
can.
literally trying not to hover right behind your shoulder.
It is okay. Your presence is always welcoming, always reassuring.
Well, if you want time to think, I could go meditate for the rest of today, and we can meet back up tomorrow. Try and work on Beatorn.
Yes. Why don't we do such?
Alrighty then.
Kind of slowly walk away.
Seems today has been a long day.
Yeah.
All right, let's have a you two scene. Go ahead and talk about
No.
today.
Oh no, that was just a random side comment.
I guess he needs some time alone now.
He seemed pretty stressed, but by the info that he gave us, it seems a very big deal. I mean, if it's really true that Hades is not the only archangel, but shared the position, that might shift our priorities all around.
Yeah. Another step closer to the root of the problem itself.
It seems so, one step at a time, and it seems this one was a big one.
I suppose it makes sense, since from hearing everyone's musings about Malinkind, her powers do sort of mirror Hades.
Yeah, right. But I wonder what caused it to be the first one to fall. I
Perhaps
wanna
she
know
was
what happened.
targeted?
Probably. I mean, it seems like, at least in my theory, Menzel Zoranzan put himself in charge of keeping all those... Wait, he didn't share that yet, right?
Well, I mean, you can see it.
Oh, I could see it. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it happens on a screen, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, Menzel Zoranzan seems like he put himself in charge of all the memories, so they won't be lost. So it made him go stationary. And since Malinkind fell, that was the perfect timing for Hades to take over.
Yeah. Right, I was able to, as the others down, it was easy for a takeover.
Exactly. I mean, if there were 3 people in charge and suddenly 2 people are out of the question, I don't think it takes much then to take over fully. That is probably the initiative that Hades took. But I wonder if he planned this. Or if there was someone else behind it. Like, I mean, Taladon was mentioned. we don't know anything about that situation at all. So I wonder if Hades got it by coincidence, or it was a planned ploy, a trap to basically get it to this state. I wonder.
Well, these angels have a will of their own. They usually act on command. So I suspect that there had to have been some non-construct person involvement.
Yes. I mean, we've seen that the corruption took over as all these bad situations happen on that very day. With Sheen, for example, we saw like his whole last memory, basically, what happened there. Maybe Hades is acting on protocol, but that very protocol puts Band at risk. Maybe he's not even at fault, but that is too much to speculate now.
You're saying that perhaps he's only doing what he thinks is best. He's just acting on set instructions. Or maybe some parameters changed somehow.
I mean, if the three archangels were in balance, but two of them fall out of question, the whole balance is shifted. So maybe Hades has always been like on the harder force, but was balanced by Malankine and Menzozoranzan. And now that those two forces are basically gone, it all shifted in a bad manner. It is at least something that I could see as plausible. It would make sense how he, like, what would make him deviate so much, since it's just a state of being that he was never meant to be in, since he was meant to be balanced out.
Unbalanced. I wonder how it would... Angel would sort of act in an unintended state.
That's exactly the question. We don't know what their protocol was or is. So there's so many plausibilities on what caused Hades to act like he does. Is it because he got instructions from someone else? Is it because the balance is out of question? I feel like we have just now only gained basically a first view of what is actually behind this place.
Then, perhaps you think that Hades himself could be cleansed as well?
It depends. The question is he corrupted? And because of his position above the angels, then cause the corruption on anybody else? Or is he the sole source of corruption that causes it on anybody else? Without him, it's actually his purpose. We would need to find that out. But if he was corrupted and was never meant to be this and just acts on it because that is the protocol he has, maybe he can be cleansed. I mean, so far we have fought so many strong angels and presences, and they were all able to be cleansed. Why would it be different just because Hades has the higher position? Maybe his corruption is just stronger than anybody else.
And wherein would the corruption lie?
That is the question. I mean, imagine it like a diagram in form of a tree. And because Menzozoranzan and Malenkind fell out of question, if the only pillar of the structure gets corrupted, everything else falls because of it. You know? It spreads throughout. I wonder, because we have now heard the first time that there was some kind of command from Taladon. What if somebody else caused the corruption, like on Hades, that we don't even have in the picture yet? This is the first time we can even think about it. This place had so much more info than we first anticipated when we landed here.
Hmm. If Menzozoranzan sought to preserve some memories despite Taladon's command, perhaps Hades took measures of its own?
Very much plausible. Taladon must have had some kind of command that was against the Angel's protocol. Otherwise, Menzozoranzan would have not been against it. Or maybe Menzozoranzan was the first one to actually think about the Angels as a whole. And Taladon was hurting, basically, that infrastructure. So Menzozoranzan wanted to deviate. There are so many possibilities. It is almost impossible to form a solid theory.
Barbarossa yell from his workbench, what if Menzo just thought it was Taladon, and it was not?
Also possible.
If he went as far to do all this, why would he sabotage it?
Yeah.
Perhaps he acted out of the council's wishes. Might have disagreed on some decision they made together. But if it wasn't Taladon, it was someone pretending to be Taladon, then who would it be?
Shrugs.
Would those navigators be behind it?
Maybe. But I think the navigators are... I don't think they would play a count in this. I mean, they are from a completely different place than this universe, this plane. So I don't think they would find any interest in that.
Yet they are here. And people have felt their presence. Perhaps they have something. Oh, sorry. Okay.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Oh.
I had an update for books.
Ah.
Real quick. On your Veriforma.
Okay.
So here we go. This is your base Veriforma. It can be maintained for 1 minute and can be entered once per long rest. This entering happens at the start of your turn. It costs no action. While in this form, the Seraph gains the following effects. Gain a +4 to all of your attributes, a 120-foot fly speed with the hover condition, an absolute territory, which is yet to be determined, and then you also gain access to your ACL directory. This will reveal that the Morris Blade is an ACL. The Morris Blade directory abilities that you have unlocked so far, the first one is -R, which is an action where you can choose a single ally within 30 feet. That ally is resurrected at full hit points. Directory abilities can only ACL directory abilities can only be used once per long rest.
Wow.
Oh, fuck.
Hell
That's
yeah.
so good.
Damn.
That's fucking awesome.
I am
It's so sick.
I am overwhelmingly pleased with myself with all of the little references to code.
They're great. I love
What
them.
is ACL again?
Access control list.
Okay.
So this would reveal to Havaris that. Okay. I was hoping people could make the connection, but I'll just say it because I'm really excited about it. And you have all the information in front of you. So the ACLs are referencing the Holy Avengers. Normally, Paladins get Holy Avengers to help, which is the main tool that they use to enact the justice of their god, right? In this case, the tool that a Seraph uses is an ACL to enact the justice of their angel. So that means that the ACLs are all Paladin swords, which is fucking awesome.
No, that's awesome. Shit.
Ooh.
All right. So that gets added to the more that's separate from the Veriform, the ACL for the Morris Blade.
No. You gain
Or
access
they
to
tied
the
in?
Morris Blade's directory while in your Veriforma.
Gotcha. Got.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god. Okay. That's sick.
I also like the -R.
Yeah? Isn't that sick?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm twitching.
Is it wrong?
Yes, minus. Oh, it's a parameter. It's a flag,
Dude, yeah, but it sounds cool.
and it's more a registry. It's not an ACL. Oh god, I'm having Mr. Robot seizures.
I think it's pretty cool.
Oh, well,
Look. I understand, Lolly, but it's on the other. It's on
Stay
the other
here,
sort of
Waymaker.
thing.
I took myself a pencil and I drew a picture.
I've got other complaints from various people about.
And then I got
proper
myself
words.
an eraser and I made some masterpieces.
now that it upsets Lolly, it's even better.
This German over here was like, I went to school to be a computer person. You have told me that for years.
What?
Oh, you asked for this. Here you go.
And then you're like,
I dropped out.
An admin could obviously.
Hey, there's a reason I dropped out. There are no expectations from me, okay?
I had quite a few I was like, oh my god, he knows some things. We could talk about packets, networking, registries.
All these
Clearly.
interesting things.
What?
Nerds.
Why do you think I dropped out? You think I hadn't learned any of that?
I thought you dropped out because you have told us, again, for years, how poor you are.
No, I dropped out because I was not good enough for uni.
Oh no.
Fuck.
I feel like I remember something about math class being difficult, but I'm not sure
Yes.
if I'm remembering correctly.
Man, all
Yes.
I wanted to do was make a cool fucking science.
I think it's fucking awesome.
Chloe the raspberry.
And I am
Yeah.
Minus
I'm
R.
Well, then what do you think I should have named it?
A registry would have been glorious. Because that would have made if he's got commands that he can issue, that would make so much more sense to me. And then the
Turn to be
parameters
registry.
on his. Yeah, and then the parameters on the commands he issues are. So flags on a. So there's your base command, right? Which I'm assuming is his Morris Blade.
Yeah.
So like when you do an executable, right? Like when you launch
Well,
Foundry.
that's why it's executable, because it's a sword.
Yeah, so then you have your sword, your executable, a wink. You just
It's
then put the
cool!
Minosaur at the end of it.
It's so cool.
It'd be something like this. Morris Blade with a parameter. That's
Lame.
what those are.
Way less cool.
You are the guy who decided to be digital.
Did I? Oh,
Yes!
yeah. Nice. Hell yeah, let's go. Yeah, are you force lowering my sword? Hold on, what's going on here?
Force lowering?
Force lowering.
Anyway,
New term.
yeah,
Got a bunch of non-engineers in here be like, oh my god, engineering's so cool.
I never said that.
It's not.
I-
It's a fantasy blade.
I like colors.
Hey, cool. Thanks for that boon, Arcane. That's pretty sick. I'm gonna use
You're
it.
Arcadum, very
Play,
cool, man.
play a game.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
win the game.
I tried
'Cause
my
of it.
best to fucking make it match the. You know what? It is. Cool.
You've looked at me every single time you've made some sort of digital thing. You're like, isn't that so cool, Lolly? And
Yeah,
I
you're
have
good.
liked every single one until this right here.
It's like Essie every time I do art. I'm like, Essie, do you like this one? She's like, eh.
Exactly. See? Essie knows what's up.
It's that feminine intuition. We've got an eye for detail. I don't know.
This goes right under the list below Ragdar's fist.
You know what?
No, not right.
You know what?
No, the
Books
list.
likes it.
This isn't worse than Ragdar's fist, bro. Come on.
First of all, Ragnar's Fist is an awesome name for a fortress. And number two, Books likes it, so take those apples.
I don't want to take those apples.
Too
How do you
bad.
like them?
I'll take 'em.
I'll take those apples.
Yeah,
Put
you
them in
guys
your
can take 'em.
registers.
I won't. I'll sit over here and throw knives at how shitty of a minus it is.
Do not resurrect Zira with the sword.
If you do, it won't work.
Fails. Command not found.
Yeah, four arrow.
For admin not recognized.
Yes, because that's what 404 is.
I know what 404 means.
Tell me right
It means
now.
something's not found.
Doesn't mean.
Tell me more. Come on.
That's all I know.
In a browser, and we're talking about a command. Oh. Ah.
I love D&D. Let's do more of that.
I love
sorry,
engineering with my D&D.
Oh my god. I was just trying to make a cool fucking world. I was like, there's magic in this system, man.
Yeah, stick to magic.
Oh.
Yeah, whatever
Wow.
you say, wizard.
See, stick to magic.
Anyway,
do you also
so yeah,
feel
that's
this
how that works.
disturbance in the force?
Cool.
So to explain more, there are more commands that you can do with the ACL, especially if you find other ACLs, winky face, eyebrow.
Oh my god, I can't. I'm muting.
What?
Continue.
You know what? I think it's cool.
I'm unleashing myself. I will complain every time a word is mispronounced from here on out.
Don't do that. You'd be too mean, dear.
I'm gonna be so mean. to everyone.
Anyway, so you can unlock more
I never
abilities with it
mispronounced.
as you get
Cool.
more commands, and you can also find other ACLs, which acts as blades and stuff like this in this case. And yeah, also
Hell yeah.
you could even find things that allow your allies to use them as well, because there are obviously different blades
Cool.
than just the Morris blade. As for your absolute territory, that'll develop as your connection to Valden develops, and eventually as you ascend to your higher form.
Sweet. Sounds good.
Yeah. I also have to get art made for that form.
Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah. There's a whole thing that we have to do. Anyway. All right, what do you guys want to do next?
Oh shit, Melee up on that rock in her secret spot? What are you doing over there?
Oh, is she meditating?
You doing secret
You
stuff?
You want to know what I'm doing?
Yeah, what
Hell
what
yeah.
are you doing over there, Ghosty?
Well, she would have floated on up to her little special shrine that she's got to Videric that Havaris was kind enough to build her. And she would have prayed just a little bit, lit the candle, thought about Ira, thought about how close she came to actually dying, because she remembers dying and then restarting, and that's still kind of weird, but Videric deserves a little bit of thanks for still keeping things alive and working. But then, after praying and meditating a bit, she'd float on over to the special little magic circle, have a little snack of mana, and try to learn an astral spell from her codex.
Oh boy. Astral magic! Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Let's see here. Let's do this one. Alrighty, Melee. As you produce the Astral Codex, and you begin to study its various secrets, we get to explore some stuff. Hold on, I have to... Man, I really like this song. The Velvet Room. It's so sick. What the... What in tarnation?
Mm-hmm.
What in tarnation? Why'd that go down there? Okay, here we go. Whoop!
$99.
Mm-hmm. Our map.
Okay, as you begin to study the Astral Codex, you can see that there are different types of arcane formulas that form the edges and outer fringes of each of the nebulaic representations of the throngs of existence. Most specifically, you will see that each of the nebulae have several arcane formulas within them that are the pieces of spells through the normal manner of casting spells of both speech and somatic components. As you begin to read through these various forms, you're able to formulate different pieces of syntax required in order to summon forth such magic. All right. Yeah, I see you down there.
Ringo, you're so cute.
Sorry.
Okay, so we're gonna get started with make me an Arcana check, please. Would you like to not roll a 4? Anybody got any
I
something?
have no more inspiration.
I'll go ahead.
Anybody want to help a lady out right now?
Thanks, Books.
I got you.
Oh no, I'm so sorry, Books.
All
Hey,
good.
use mine as well. Why not?
Hey, thanks, dear.
Mulu, use these. But
Hey, there we go.
hey, do you guys
Mulu
want to
helps.
see? Look at my chair. Whee!
Whee! Spin, spin, spin.
I wait to fight the next creature. Nebula-based spells. Okay. Oh man, Astro Magic is fucking crazy. Let's see here. That would be you. Okay. Here we go. As you begin to study the secrets of the astral sea, slowly you're able to piece together more and more options. Please choose a nebula.
Oh, bro. Oh, man.
Well, I've got 2 I like best. All right, we're going with Kasaka.
Kasaka.
Time to learn those samurai spells, right?
I cast
Oh, no.
Iron Jutsu.
Thorvex spells. Oh.
You learned some ninjutsu.
I cast.
Yeah, Mulu helped, so there's only one choice, of course, yes.
This is me. I did this.
I did this.
You are, how you say, welcome? Yes?
Trisha might agree.
I was kidding. I don't know anything about the magic of my people. It might not be good here. Panics.
What have
like how
what
we-
have I become? My sweetest friend.
Like how Kasaka has literally like 4 realms that are connected to like player
That's home
characters.
base. That's home base.
Why do you think it was choice number 1?
Yeah, I
My
know.
favorite
I
galaxy
mean-
nebulous.
I mean, I knew you wouldn't have that one on lock, probably. But I just never thought of it like that. We need someone from
Yeah.
Odega. Anybody?
Odega's dead.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, barely breathable seems still breathable.
Do shadows
we-
need to breathe? Do ghosts need to breathe?
No, see,
No,
you
no.
could live on Odega.
Gasp and we could go and do some things on Odega.
Exactly.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
Go scouting.
Wait, no Flora grows here anymore? This place sucks.
Yeah. Wait, for oh my god, for Astromania, it would literally be a graveyard. Jesus Christ.
Graveyard for everyone.
The most horrifying, and it's in the same realm as the one full of flowers. This is literally the worst place for Astromania to be.
the parents on Bouquet tell horror stories of like, if you misbehave, you're gonna go to Odega.
Oh my god!
Just send you to Odega.
Oh my god!
Ship them off to
Careful,
Odega. They'll learn.
If you don't behave, the boogeyman will take you and kidnap you to Odega.
And just like Krampus, you know.
Yeah. The bad flowers go to Odega.
Bad flowers go to Odega.
Bad flowers go to Odega. Sorry, it's taking me a second. Just getting everything open here.
That's fine.
Gucci.
I just hope you're not going to ask me to pick a planet next. That'll be a lot harder to choose.
You better think about it.
You better make
Yeah,
those
think about it
choices.
now.
Oh, no.
Bro. Choose Odega.
No.
You know, actually, it wouldn't be like too far off for old Melee to have chosen Odega, but
Oh no,
Oh, yeah.
the
It's kind
depression
of like
arc.
the Badlands, huh?
Fresh, depressed Melee. Yeah.
evil Melee, yeah,
Purple,
Yeah.
purple Melee.
he would have.
Man, I miss purple Melee. She had so much sass.
Mm-hmm.
She's all sorts of colors. Ugh.
Black Hat Melee.
Black Cat Melee.
Part of me thought about choosing Jasa, just so I could take a little
Oh
bit
my
of dirt.
god.
I decided not to. I got scared.
No, man.
Why?
Why? A little bit of Baba Yaga? No?
Yeah, you got Ori there. Some really cool things happening. And Quirk.
Yeah, that's fine.
Could have got a
Everything-
Quirk spell.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Ooh, you could like summon a whale.
Summon greater fish.
Give an angel cancer and be like, oopsies.
Radiation spells.
Give a
Face
whale
cancer.
cancer. Oopsies.
Jeez.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's the verbal component. Yeah.
That's kind of
I bet angels are immune to cancer.
Not space whale cancer. I'm sure.
yeah, no.
Well, true. Maybe it's advanced cancer.
Right.
That's called a
Stage-
virus.
Stage 5. Pow.
Oh yeah, you give him like malware or something. That's cancer, right?
That's,
Yeah.
that's essentially
Yeah,
Virus.
Lolly isn't malware basically?
You want to bring her back
really
into
want to
this?
start this again. I have been waiting for my little bat for like 2 hours, and then my eye keeps twitching. And Minosaur.
I apologize for my technological deficiencies.
I don't.
Honestly, part of me really wants to tease you. You know, like we're just going to summon Patricia minus R. I don't know what it means.
Oh my god, stop it.
This is deeply hilarious to me. I love this.
So funny.
I'm about to leave this voice chat.
Aw. I love you, Lolly. I'm sorry.
She casts
I know.
a simulacrum and never talks to us ever again.
It wasn't even. It was the wrong spell.
I'm gonna choke on my drink, y'all.
I mean, you had posted what spell you were casting, and Arcadum's over here talking about a different one, and I'm like,
Yes.
they
I've talked about
talk
it
to
for
each other a
months.
lot. I'm sure they
specifically
communicate.
picked this spell.
I wasn't
Alright,
about to be
so-
like wrong.
So, as you begin to study the various forms of the nebulae, as the as the arcane formulas become clearer and clearer to you, Melee, you will see that they form a constellation of patterns, a mathematical representation of the presence of an individual. Until finally, you reveal one of the handmaidens of the Red Pantheon.
Hmm.
Whoops, wrong one. And then you discover Kasaka. As you continue your studies, go ahead and make me another Arcana check, please.
I have no confidence in these today, but okay. Hey.
Yo.
That's her. That's the Kasaka lady.
As Manuel would like her.
I like her skirt. She's so pretty.
Yeah. She's one of the 6 handmaidens to the astral travel.
Neat.
So many flowers.
It's pretty.
Alrighty. As you begin to study in more detail,
That wasn't me this time.
It
Sorry.
was
That was
that.
intense.
That's intense.
Alrighty, the
No
first spell,
takers? No.
the first spell that you discover are Chains of Fire. Chains of Fire is an astral spell that functions like the spell Chain Lightning, except that it does astral fire damage instead of electricity. Lightning. Instead, and in addition to that, creatures that fail the saving throw are set aflame for 4d6 astral fire damage. That's the first spell that you find. And the second spell, because you've discovered Kasaka's presence, means that you get... where is it? You gain Kasaka's Veil.
Hmm.
Kasaka's Veil allows you to wrap yourself in astral light, allowing you to quickly wander the physical space by essentially pulling the astral sea around and over you. This works as a teleportation spell, except it is intended to be used as overland flight. Let's see here. In the region of the astral sea, you move at a rate of 50 miles per hour, moving normally on the borders of the waking realm, and much more rapidly to the relative space that you are inside of. Because of the blurring of the reality, you cannot make out details of terrain or areas you pass over in transit, nor can you predict perfectly where your travel will end. It is impossible to judge the distances accurately, making the spell difficult for scouting or spying. Furthermore, when the spell effect ends, you are shunted 1d10 times 100 feet in a random horizontal direction from your desired endpoint. This cannot harm you, however. Let's see here. You can also use Kasaka's Veil to travel from one planet to another planet. Doing so, however, requires that you have the appropriate measurements and location of the planet mathematically, but you have that in the Astral Codex. And in addition to that, you can only travel from one planet to another planet that is within the same nebula. You cannot cross nebulas with Casca's Veil.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it, yeah.
Interesting. All right.
Light speed spell.
Basically.
I have a son.
Cool.
Light speed.
Light speed, yeah.
Very cool.
Make some notes here. What a cool spell.
Mm-hmm.
Let me at SE. That is Chains of Fire, Astral Version, and Kasuka's Veil. Those are notes mostly for me, because I gotta type out all the details for you.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
That is what you have discovered.
Sick.
Alright. Let's go make a bat.
Is it bat time?
It is bat time.
Yay!
About bat time.
It's about time.
That's good.
What a good one.
No. That time.
Bedtime.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch,
Even I know that reference.
okay, I'm gonna change it up to okay. Players summons. Do you have a name that you want to give the bat?
I get to name him.
Yeah. You're making him.
Ooh! Alright, Books, what should we name the bat? You get the honors.
Why you throw him? I retired from that life, alright? This is up to you.
Okay. Cute bat names.
Oh, God.
Perfect. Luna.
How about Big Stinky Poo Eater? How about that? You want my advice?
Too late.
Ah, damn it! I had my chance.
BSPE. It's too late.
Call him minus R.
Oh, big chungus.
Big Call him Big Chunky.
Oh my god.
The tiny little brain, dude, that it's made the God, it was so dumb. Type Big Chungus in chat. Oh, God. Okay, here we go. As you finish casting your spell, you have crafted your homunculus.
So excited. Yes!
The boy.
Let's make it a lady. All my other things are men. Let's make it a lady bat.
Okay. Luna will look up to you and... Oh, fuck. Okay, let me think. That's a good voice.
Oh, is that actually why they're all men? See, wait, it could be a man.
No. I can do a girl's voice. Hold on. That is why many of my NPCs are men. It's because I'm not good at the girl voices. But let me see what we got here. We got Okay, I think I got something. Hello, mistress.
Ugh.
I am
Right.
your servant, Luna.
Can you describe how she looks?
A fuzzy little bat.
How actually small is it? I was curious about that.
It is. Oh, I think homunculuses are small sized. So she's actually a little bigger than an actual bat. She's like a halfling.
Oh. Oh, so actually like a 40-pound bat?
Yeah, I think so.
Jesus.
Let me go check. Homunculi, I believe, are.
She really is a big chunkus.
Rico predicted it.
Sorry, okay, go ahead.
There it is. Homunculus. Homunculus are. Oh no, they're tiny. Okay, so she's an actual bat. She's bat size.
They're like 8 pounds, right? I don't know much about bats beyond.
Yeah, like 8
I wanted
pounds,
a bat.
something like that. Hello, mistress.
She'll give her little head scratches.
That feels nice, mistress. I can
Is this
feel
out
your
loud
fingers.
in her head? Like how does this
It's
work?
in your head. It's a telepathic bond.
Oh!
So it's like echoey. It's like yeah.
Hang on, I almost responded as Mooney. Hey!
Ha!
Hello, Luna.
I have been greeted by my mistress.
She'll study Luna, give her the eye over, make sure that she's in perfect condition.
Luna quivers with joy.
She'll fish out one of the. Let's see, what would she feed a bat? I think she'd go with a peach. One of the peaches that she usually keeps for Aeon. She'll fish it out and put it on the desk in front of Luna. Are you hungry?
Technically, this one does not require to eat, mistress.
She'll slice off like the thinnest slice since it's a bat. But do you like to eat?
I do not know, mistress. I have been alive for only 6 minutes.
She'll hold it out for her.
A little tiny tongue will flit out and smack it around a little bit. I would like to eat that, yes.
She'll just hold it out for her. Go ahead.
Sorry, that's made myself.
Your horse sounds when they eat are also top notch.
Moto will watch this and be like, "Why do we make this?"
She'll that tentatively, like with both of her like pinchers, her finger and her thumb, index finger, she'll stretch out both of the wings. I want to know what the fly speed is, but she'll test them for I don't know, capability, I suppose.
I am a
fly speed of 35 feet, mistress, not small.
Oh my god, that's so slow! Shit.
I'm not very fast, mistress. I'm sorry.
She'll frown.
Please do not be angry with me.
Well, I had in mind a particular mission for you.
What is the mission, mistress? I live to serve.
She'll whip out one of her, God, probably tens of maps at this point. Stretch it out here.
The bat will faint.
From what? The map?
The sudden movement.
She'll side-eye Moto and sense some of the jealousy coming from Moto.
The fuck is this? Really? This is what we spent an hour doing?
Let's see, what would she say to him?
The bat will regain consciousness.
Oh, Moto, you'll always be my... Oh, right, Luna, so... She'll draw Luna's eye to the map.
Luna will wrap her wings around herself and will roll onto the map to take a closer look.
And she'll use a tentacle to also hold Handsome back from eating the map. I need a pet sitter.
Moto will say, "Why are you making more then?"
She'll wonder where Bright Eyes is, her demon butler. Maybe assign Handsome to him. She'll point out the pylon to the south. I want to know what's in here. And we are here. She'll point out where our oasis is. We are here.
Okay.
And she would know the land travel. What is it by land to actually go from oasis to what she thinks of as the pylon?
Several weeks. Because you have to cross water as well.
Okay. How do you think about this?
You would like me to cross this land and the water to see what is inside of this pylon?
That was my original thinking, but if you're... She'll squint at her wings again. If you can't go very fast, I may have to have a different idea.
I can go fast, mistress.
How fast can you get from here to there?
I don't know. I've never flown before.
Well, would you like to test your capabilities?
Oh, okay.
The bat will
She'll
start
then
to
give suddenly
flap.
a wicked grin to Moto, like a sudden sharp grin. Well, Moto, how do you feel about having a... what's the word? Sidekick.
Well, I feel like I wasn't consulted. I don't really have a place for a PA. I don't have it in my budget. But, sure, I guess. Alright, let me see you fly. Luna falls down. Oh, great. What a great start. Give me like 2 hours with her to teach her how to move their limbs.
I'm sorry, mistress. I'm trying my best.
Sarah thinks about how to approach someone so small. She'll give her a little nose boop. I know you are. Then she'll give a sharp eye to Moto. Don't eat her.
That's the dog's gonna do that. When have I ever eaten a small creature?
She'll take the question very seriously and think about that. You're right, I can't think of a time.
Yeah, it's because I don't just eat things. I'm not a monster. Well, not that kind of monster. Whatever. What's your name, Luna?
My name is Luna, brother.
I'm not your brother.
Friend?
I'm not your friend either.
Boss?
Yes, I like that. Call me that. All right, yeah. You can call me it in the demon tongue. Call me El Jefe. Let's go over here and teach you how to fly.
Not El Jefe.
Flap your wings. At the same time. Oh, God.
Sarah
that's
reclined in her chair and admire her new creation.
Handsome will attempt to eat his own foot and will realize that hurts.
Oh, what a good boy.
But we'll
She'll
try
stand up.
again.
She needs to go tell some people what she's up to.
Okay, cool.
Let's see.
And you happen to walk in on Sano and Estermania having a deep discussion while Havarius is yelling at them across the room from his workstation.
Is everything all right?
We're just...
Yeah, he just needs some time on his own. In his chair. Oh, Avaris.
What is his wings now? Does he have a cape now?
He has a cool, shadowy cloak until things have been filled out on his spreadsheet.
Oh. Well, that's new. She'll meander on over. Every time I move, it changed my view on the map. Sorry. I'm coming to come over. Can I give his cape the eye? How does it look from back here?
Go ahead.
Okay. Hang on, let me roll as Sierra. I'm gonna do it normal since Moda's busy.
Fashionable.
Oh, I like your new accessory, Havaris.
He'll glance over a little distracted. Yes. Thank you. I've learned much in a short time. I'm not sure if you overheard anything that I said before. I figured if you had, you would have came to me with questions. To inform you, I went inside the digital space of Menzo Zoranzen. I saw something I did not expect. To make the story shorter, I found out that Hades, we would believe to be the Archangel, the top of this command, if you will, but it is not the case. In fact, there are three at the same stature. It is Hades, Menzo, herself, and Malankine, the altruist. There is much to delve into there. There are broken shards within Menzo that are contained from other angels. I was able to find a piece of Eldan. It is how you see how I have improved, if you will.
At the mention of Malankine, Arcane, this was driving me so crazy. I went and pulled up notes from Art and Awakening. I couldn't find it there. I know that name, but I have no memory on why I know the name Malankine. Am I making that up?
Nope, you are not incorrect. Would you like a little help?
Can you help me? Because I don't remember. I actually spent like 20 minutes. It was while Reigns and Raincoat were talking, trying to figure out why I knew that.
I'm very happy that you remember it somewhat.
Yeah.
So Malankine. Hold on, let me make sure I'm stating it correctly. Malankine was referenced by the Keeper. Do you remember when you found that back room in the Ardent Amphitheater?
The one with Valistane in it?
Well, no,
there were several back rooms. Sorry.
The first one the one you guys couldn't open. Remember?
The one that we needed that revealed the Paladin class?
Yeah. That one.
Okay.
So in that session, I believe, it was mentioned that there was a giving one. That is essentially I referenced each of the angels in conflicts, just not directly.
Because I also remembered the Altruist, so I remember. I thought it was one who's in the Verdant, and that's why I went and checked. And no, that was a different angel.
Yeah, it's not the same angel, but it's referencing the Altruist, which is in this case might be a title rather than Might be a title that's shared rather than one that depicts one's actions. What I'm getting at is that the altruist might be a job title rather than a descriptor for somebody's deeds.
So I'm making then the logical jump that since there's 3, there's always balance in 3.
Mhm.
The old Lord of the Rings, 1, 2, and 3. Is there a title per one of those 3?
Yeah.
Like there's the altruist, there's one for what Menzo is filling, there's one for what Hades is filling.
Yep.
Okay. So was there a reference to Malankine, or was there a reference to the altruist, as in the title?
Both, I believe. Although at different segments.
What was the bit on Malankine? Because that's the context I cannot remember.
Malankine was brought up in the discussion that you guys had with Valis Dane and his totally not boyfriend with the spiraling face.
Satyr?
Yeah.
Because I remember they liked her, but that's why I was crossing the wires on. I thought that was the one who was in the Verdant, but I remember them talking about her because she might be favorable to their cause.
Yeah,
but I thought they were talking about her like she was a member of the council.
I didn't want to spoil it, but since you've made those connections, yes, because one of the causes they were trying to fight against was the use of the angels for colonization. And that Malankine is one of the ones that could stop it. One of the ones that were sympathetic to Ragnar.
So
that's why Valis was trying to be on the trying to sneak onto the ship, and also why Valis is a shard of Taladon, coupled with the command that shouldn't have been taken, so on and so forth.
Whoa, what was that last part?
Which part?
A shard of Taladon?
Yeah.
Valis? Who's that?
Yes.
You didn't know that?
Valis Dane.
Wait, who's Valis? Who?
Valis Dane, Lyra's mentor.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Cool.
Essentially,
Very
fucked.
touch-
essentially
very
you're on the
touched
right.
you know my lore books.
Essentially, you're on the
Interesting.
right track. It sounds like you got the pieces, but I can't confirm them yet until you.
'Cause,
Get 'em together.
what I remember is Malankine was talked about as a person. What's
Yeah.
throwing me off is that she's an angel.
Well, yeah, but Valis
Can't you
Dane.
be both?
Yeah, Valis Dane believed that the angels were people, not tools.
Sorry, let me be more specific. That Malankine was a member of the Council of Maltos. That's what I'm confused by.
Oh no, that's not true.
Okay. Give me a second, I'm processing.
Me too.
Do you remember, Arcadum, the context in which she came up? Because it was one of our quest, like our campaign options, like a quest arc that we could do, and it was to gain the favor of Malankine. And I thought that was the stuff with the Verdant, but that had a different angel name with it.
Yeah, I can do that. Hold on, let me just go open up my sheets. Give me a second. I have to go across different fucking campaigns now.
Because it came up when we were... It was before Jace snorted dust. Because we had this huge list of campaign options. And that was where she came up as one of them.
Give me just a second. let's see. Okay, there's that. Bring up this. Bring up that. Bring up this. Dun, 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 dun. Just a second, I gotta conjure across the field here. I think the name you might be confusing is Malantharius.
It's not. It's not. Yeah, because I looked at that one, and it's not.
Okay. Well, the Council of Maltos are Zarkel the Eternal, Tyr the Heretic, Malantharius the Vindicated, Dezaki the Kind, Chorus the Call, Asmodin the Callous, and Taladon the Master. So those are the Council of Maltos. As to the actual missions, the mission list that you had were... I can't just say the ones, but for the Ardent, you had the Demon Slaying Spire. For the Ashen, you had Black Falls and the Skin Weavers. For the Verdant, you had the Dinosaur Labs, and you had the Mystery Meteor, which is the thing I think that you're referencing. The Azure, I don't think you guys had anything for the Azure. For the Aurelian, you had Punish the Apostate. For the Ochre, you had the Forbidden Spire.
I remember those.
Yeah, and the Forbidden Spire is kind of referential towards to this situation a little bit. Oakis, you have the Aperture, which had the Guard Prime in it. The Shadow of Kasael. For the spheres, there's the Eyeless One Slaying Sphere. And for the actual missions, you have Rebellion missions. Let's see here.
That's when I was playing with all those pussies who were like, oh my god, what's the easiest rank?
Let's see. You had... Alright, I'll just read these off. You tell me if any of these sound familiar. You have the Lost Circles, the Ghosts of the Coast, Consult the Engine of Life, Chorus of Cannibals, Blood Carnival, Stains of the Azure, the Barrows of Broken Crowns, Whispers of Death, the Rotting Veil, Red Rendezvous, Through the Verdant Wall.
It was that one. Yeah, Through the Verdant Wall.
Okay.
Because also the Engine of... Maybe it came up with the Engine of Life, though, which I don't remember that angel's name.
No, it's probably the Verdant Wall because you wanted to convince Livia to join the cause.
Livia, that was the name.
Yeah. You wanted to convince Livia to join the cause. That's Through the Verdant Wall, which is to set up a forward base. And one of the avenues was to use the Altruist, which is the title of Livia. So
I think that's it. I think that's the connection.
Yeah, Livia is the Altruist of Conflux. Which would reveal that a admin title. So
yeah,
that means that
and I
here
specifically remember Valis was saying Malenkind was always sympathetic to their cause.
Yes. And that's because Malenkind is another Altruist, a more powerful angel that was sent to Band. Because as you may or may not remember, but for everyone else's edification, Valis Dane is very old and also a part of Taladon. So, good memory, good times.
Thank you. Yeah. It was driving me nuts when the name came up.
No
I didn't want to.
I just had to bring up the stuff for you.
And he was the leader of like the rebellion, right?
He was.
Ragdar's, yeah.
Or technically is.
Where he's currently at is actually unknown, because the last communication Seer had with him is, well, she tried to tell him, whether or not he got the message, that the Ragdarians on Eris have gone back to their planet. It seemed like the genophage was receding.
Eyebrow wriggle.
So current location is a question mark. He was on Conflux. In the shittiest fort name ever.
Sure.
That was a little harsh.
It's fine.
You've
Man, if only
ragged on me on the reg about that, so.
Yeah.
So much rag.
So
We
much
gave up
rag.
the amphitheater, then we gave up Dane's Manor, and then that was the one we settled on. Anyway, right. I'm sorry. So I forgot what Havara said last. I'm sorry, Books.
He's just staring expectantly. You just disappear for okay.
It's a 1,000-yard stare. Just.
What the fuck did you even ask me again?
A vein appears on her brain as she makes a crazy connection.
So the last thing, I basically gave you the rundown of what happened in there. Like that there was three, like the Menzo and Malachine and like everything that I see. Yeah, I kind of summed it up.
Okay. She'll purse her lips in thought. There is a similarity between here and sort of scratch her jaw. Between here and Conflux. And just as suddenly as it was with Moto, she'll snap her eyes right back to Havara's. Complete concentration. We should have a group meeting. I have something to share. Something important.
Oh, very well. Well, looks like most are here. I can go retrieve Melee.
Somebody
That'd be
needs
great.
to wake up Legasp.
Could you move me, Arcadum? I don't want to move myself because it keeps messing up the map for me. Thank you. She'll just barge in on the middle of their heated conversation or intense conversation. Would you mind? I'd like to talk with everyone.
Of course. Is it pressing?
Yes.
I wouldn't mind at all.
She'll wiggle around. God damn it, still moves me. She'll wiggle around them. Is Mulu still spinning in circles?
Yeah. Mulu's still spinning in this chair. He has
Give
been.
him a cheeky grin and just with one of her technicals give a big heave so he gets some extra speed.
Yeah.
And she'll reach into her pocket because she's feeling quite what's the word? Kind. And she'll line up a row of pastries in front of Legasp for when he wakes up.
Me.
Milfoy,
No.
starting.
No.
And he just twitches and.
Her pinning up the map that she brought with her, and she'll wait here for everyone to come in.
Mulu has systematically tested every chair and determined that this is the most spinny one and has claimed it.
Melee, your piece is broken by the sound of Varzam.
Maybe. If we are good, we must meet in the temple when you are ready. Yes.
She kind of snaps out of it and puts her book away and peers over the edge. Oh, what do we need to do?
Well, Sira wishes to speak with all of us. It is utmost importance. Yes. If you can spare a moment.
She'll just float on down. Yeah, okay.
Very good, yes. Follow me, please. Hopefully it will not take too much of your time.
Well, I was mostly done anyway.
Very good. What do you do up there?
Well, I pray, and I study my magic, and I think about my husband.
A bat just crashes into Varus as he walks in.
Help! Help!
Sorry about that.
What's going on?
No, I've got this. I've got this.
Sorry about that. I got it.
Oh.
I'm ready to kill something, Havardis. What is it?
Oh,
Is that thing?
It's one of Sira's, I believe. If Modo vouches, I think it's okay, yes?
No, it's just, it can't fly yet. Hello.
Or even better.
It will say
What
in your
is
mind.
it?
I am
Who said that?
Luna. Don't
Wait.
Don't do that.
Modo, does this thing belong to Sira?
Yes.
Oh, then, Havaris, I cannot kill this thing. That would be a
No,
bad,
you
a bad
can
plan.
though.
Oh, well, if you insist.
No,
you know.
no, not right now, but like
Oh, okay.
at some point, probably.
It's like
Oh.
like a bad flying floppy rat.
It's so cute.
All right, here we go. Ready, Luda?
I am prepared.
Huh.
It's the freaking cartoon style, and the body falls first, and then the wings come afterwards.
You are useless. Oh, please don't cry. You should probably move on to the plot, Melee.
Oh, but okay.
What's happening? Are we gathering? And he just looks confused.
Oh, yes.
Good morning. Dr. Gasp? Le Gasp? What do you like
That's
to do?
sufficient. And then he looks down at the table. He just starts to.
I brought you snacks.
Oh, much appreciated.
So many.
He just picks a
croissants.
random one. He just starts inhaling them.
So he was momentarily distracted by just how fast, like, he eats them just whole.
He's Kirbying right now.
He's just hoovering the side of the table right now.
Sarah will move her pencils and pens to the other side.
A stray one might roll into itself. Doesn't notice.
That's gonna do a stomach ache later.
Oh.
Would he feel that? His stomach is mostly shadow.
Right.
We'll figure
Very
that
well,
out later.
Sierra. You have gathered us here. It must be important, yes?
Thank you all for your prompt attention. She'll have I don't really know how she would have done it, wizardly pinned up her map. So, here, she'll take up her stick, her pointing stick. We're here, right, Oasis? Down here is what we've been calling the pylon. What we saw while we were on Valkus. She'll look over at Esther. It was a quick trip. And we saw that there was this, what we thought was a Taladonic pylon down there. Recently, we learned that that was one of the first colony ships that crashed, Helix. And now she'll look over at Havaris. What Havaris was sharing is the name of the angel on Helix was Malankine. And most importantly, there are 3 types of, she'll do little air quotes, system administrators, or I suppose archangels, when we thought there was just one, Hades. But there are 2 others, Menzozaranzan and Malankine. Malankine has a title, she'll slow down here, a title. Each one of these system administrators has a title. Malankine's is the Altarist. It would be prudent for us to understand what those other 2 titles are. And I know our original plan was to systematically move through the angels, but I think in light of this knowledge, we should go here next. And she'll point down at the pylon. One more piece of information. Conflux, where some of us have been, I believe had a similar hierarchy. There was an angel there who was the Altarist. And my mentor, Valis, spoke very highly of her and of Malankine. Valis knew Malankine. And I think it would be very good for us to try to meet her. I think she's the last hidden angel on band.
Well, doesn't that mean that she's a little bit more difficult than some of the others, right?
She may be. She also may not be insane. We do not know her state. Menzozaranzan is not insane, just very weak.
Sure, but Menzo's Ranzan wasn't one of those hidden angels. Bezin was, though, and that ended up being not a good fight.
Well,
The second time was totally fine.
Yeah.
Vezin was brought here due to the Ragdarians. I believe Malankine was left off of the list of angels I received from the Taladani intentionally. The Altarist, she'll chew on her lip a little bit. Valis spoke of them as sympathetic to the Ragdarian political cause, which would mean the Taladani would not like that. It would make sense to me if the Taladani, what was his name? I'll just call him Master. The Taladani Master did not share that information with me. It would most likely disrupt what the Taladani's plans would be in some way.
Well, then I think I might be a little bit out of the loop here, a little confused. Are we talking the same Malankine that's supposed to be sitting in the Broken Bazaar? Or a different Malankine that's also sitting at the pylon? Or is that not the way you say her name?
I think what you're thinking of is there's a place called Mallenkind or something.
No, I thought there was an angel called Malankine sitting in the Broken Bazaar.
It is.
So it's the same one? Or it's different? Is it going to end up being like Twilight? Like Dark and Light was? What are we looking at exactly? And why are we going to the pylon and not the Broken Bazaar if we want to fight her?
Cyril will shrug one shoulder. I was hoping to avoid a fight, if it is the Altarist. I was hoping for a conversation.
It's likely that she's spurred on by madness as the other angels are. But as to why she ended up in the Broken Bazaar and is not in the pylon right now is odd. Because from what Avaris learned, Malankine was an angel that sort of was designated to oversee Helix. Right? Avaris? She looks at him.
You see, he's kind of
Yeah.
thinking. Let me think for a second. Yes, in answer to your question, it is one would look after the other, similar as the others. It has been described before. All of these different quadrants that would land, Auschwitz, Bazaar, and these people reflect the places within Band. Yes.
Right? They're...
I believe first and foremost, if we go to Malankine and retrieve the index that is there, and I can bring it to the Broken Shard, we can learn more about it. I believe the priority for such Sierra has boosted up to find Malankine.
Half her face will lift up in a smile. I created a homunculus, which is she'll gesture across the room where it's probably nosediving to the ground at this point. which is the bat-like creature over there. My thought was to have it scout out this. She'll again point at where the pylon is. He looks to scout this out, but unless her flight improves, if we have the time to spare, I'd rather just attempt to teleport down there and scout it out myself.
You would go alone?
Well, any of you are welcome to come, but it feels... It is odd for me to say, as usually it is reason I follow, but my intuition is I need to go there.
Your instinct speaks so loudly. But why not start within the Broken Bazaar? To Malankain, the altruist itself, to retrieve the index. There's more to learn. There's more information to glean before making such a decision.
She'll chew on her lip a little bit. And feel surprised even at herself as she says it. But what if there is a way of ours where we do not have to do combat?
I suppose if words can be reached, then yes, this would be ideal. They would need to be some strong words.
Well, I suppose I can be quite persuasive when needed to be, but 2 days, I think. Perhaps 3. And well, I'd feel better if someone came with me, but I could go alone if you all wanted to do something else.
I will not let you go alone. If you are so, I will join you. If others will, but I will not allow you to go alone. It's just too dangerous. You can count me in if needed.
Look, I've always been a fan of diplomacy, you know that. But when we first found out about the angels, as far as I remember, only 2 of them we might have been able to talk to. And I don't think Malankain was one of them. We haven't been able to talk to any of the others. How do you think it's going to work? Specifically.
There is something about... There's something about the connection between Menzo Zoranzan maintaining a semblance of rationality. Hades has as well. I believe Malankain has. But where it is that's the connection. Cyril will look a little frustrated. That's the connection that's missing. It does not make... The logic does not align that an archangel would be so weak in comparison. And she'll gesture to the other list of the angels where Malankain was listed as one of the weakest. It feels like something is off. I don't know if a trap is the right word, but just more... I don't see the picture yet. And my intuition is, to understand it, it's down here.
I guess if we can do it kind of sneaky like we did with Dark and Light at first, it might not be so bad. I just don't want to walk in unprepared, you know? In case diplomacy goes south, that is.
Agreed. We have many ways of scouting at this point. We even have a... She'll look over at Esther, give her a genuine smile. We even have someone who specializes in stealth again. If Esther were so deciding.
He nods. If we are to undertake this mission, I will volunteer my service. There is much we don't yet understand. With these new slew of questions, I am willing to help answer them.
How much time do we have for the corruption, for the void levels here in Oasis?
We have some time. It is not infinite, but the way the Radare spoke, we do have some time. I will be keeping an eye on the levels as the days pass.
I do feel greatly reassured. Our temple is safer having Radari watch over it. She can prevent any, any surprise teleportation in. She can block people like me who are Nefaris.
Well then, what will be our next move then?
Well, she'll have the internal clock of when the sun's going down next. What would it be at Arcadum? Like 5 hours or something?
Okay, looking outside.
Yeah.
Well, in about 5 hours, my fiendish nature will be refilled. We can go then. She'll then look around the group. Would you all like to come with me? Or stay?
I'd come with. Just in case, you know.
I will join.
I was hoping to make a quick stop at the Hoppy, but I guess a detour won't hurt.
Who among us will be staying behind then? Or are we all doing this together? Seems like a lot of us are volunteering.
I would prefer to go together if possible.
Very well.
I think it's better to have everyone's insights. The pylon might be a place where our wits are needed from every single one.
I feel, she'll look around a little bashfully, and for once is not putting on a manipulation. I feel vulnerable saying this, but something about it calls to me. I do not know if I will be in my full control while there. So I would appreciate everyone's help.
Sounds good.
It gets us one step closer to our goal. All right.
We'll have your back.
So the plan is that you guys are going to teleport to the Helix.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll have that ready next time.
Oh shit.
All right.
No
Come on in.
sanctuary.
All right, sounds good. We're over time, so I want to call it there.
Hey, GG's.
Good stuff, guys.
Good
So
session.
many revelations, so many cool things.
God damn.
Yeah.
So many theories.
So much food.
So
But
much
it's just
food.
a theory. A game.
That's all he did.
Nom, nom, nom.
Hungry boy.
Yeah. GG's, y'all.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy.
speaking of big boy, I sure hope they don't leave on some other adventure while I'm on my way.
Oh
there.
yeah. Leave. He's showing up.
That's a good 10 for a good buddy. We'll be there soon. Hello? Good
I'm
buddy?
okay.
It'll take a week, right?
I must.
Good
Hello?
buddy? Hello?
It would take him a week to get there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Was
must
that
say
confirmed?
it-
Like a week?
No, it's just
Yeah.
funny. Like if you guys get tied up and then he gets there and you guys aren't there, and he's like, "Where'd they go?" Across the ocean. Oh,
At least it
no.
takes him a week. We got a little time.
Alrighty.
This session felt like we climbed like a big rock just to discover a mountain. That's what it felt like.
Yes, there is more to the story.
More lore.
Yes,
love
so
lore.
much lore. Yes.
I'm excited.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for playing players. I'll see you guys in about 2 hours or so for Dark Sermon's epilogue, followed by Gallows and Gold's epilogue.
Excellent.
Bye bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye.
Oh, Fennec?
Oh,